Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. For the last many days, many months, we were discussing different subjects, and we were submitting our opinions, suggestions, critical evaluations, and so on through the YouTube to you. Many people went through that, and many people started learning modern and ancient subject based on the opinions put forth, and it is mandatory. I think it is good to see that we should give the opinions, the suggestions, the directions, the guidance, and the positives and negatives about almost all the subjects needed for the human being on an unbiased, rational, logical, scientific way. So I thought during the coming few days or weeks, we have to discuss, or we will discuss, the very basic parameters connected with the health of the body. Our health. You know, health is one of the best treasure and bank balance that we can ever have in our life. We can ever have in our life. A healthy man means more than 50% he has earned. Health is the most important tool to live in this world. Next only comes the money, food, shelter, clothing. Clothing is needed if the man is there. Shelter is needed if the individual is there. Food is needed if that person is there. And anything else is needed if and only if that particular individual is there. Individual is there if and only if health is there. So, health is the most important factor for any individual. Health does not mean a state of an individual having no disease. An illnessness is not the definition of health. If I am not ill, does not mean I am healthy. If I do not have any sick or problems, that does not mean I am healthy. Healthy individual has got mental, physical, family-based, society-based, and to some extent national-oriented vision and mission. He should have a good mind which cannot be evaluated using instruments. So mental stability and mental health, physical health, family relation maintenance based health, sociological aspect connected health, and also health connected with the nation. Many nations are now facing the problem of terrorism. So the terrorist may be physically very healthy, but mentally he is abnormal. Sometimes mentally and physically also he may be healthy. Socially he is abnormal. So remember that health means, according to Charaka Samhita, few parameters are defined there. A person who needs good, appropriate, qualitative and quantitative food to maintain his body, to give about 2500 calorie energy per day. That much energy is needed for the body for the maintenance. If that individual is doing extra work, heavy work, then automatically corresponding increase of the good food consumption need be taken into consideration. So, good food, qualitatively good and quantitatively good food, then qualitatively and quantitatively good exercise, inevitable for everyone's life, which we are lacking throughout our life. In India, hardly less than 10% people do the day-to-day exercise, hardly 10%. Remaining 90%, they may start doing exercise, but in between they will stop. Walking inside the office is not a perfect exercise. Minimum 2 kilometers pleasant walk in the morning or evening without any purpose. The mind should be free. Going to the bus stand in a hurry or with worry, that is not an exercise. It may be a strain for the body, but not an exercise. Good exercise, whatever may be the thing, according to the age of the individual, according to the health condition of the individual, and according to the living parameters and the nation where he is living, the surroundings where she is living, appropriate exercise. Hita ahara vihara sevi, samikshagari, a stabilized vision is needed. Most unfortunately, a doctor is expected to have the most and the best stabilized vision. Unfortunately, many doctors are liquor addicts nowadays. They want to make money and the money is going for liquor. And making money for drinking, drinking for making money, it has become a synchronized parameters. And remember that if the doctor himself cannot have a stabilized mind, how can we expect a stabilized mind for the patient? The parents do not have a stabilized mind. How can we expect the stabilized mind for the children? And remember, the teachers do not have a stabilized mind nowadays. How can we expect a stabilized mind for the students? The rulers do not have stabilized mind. So the praja, the citizens cannot expect. Every policeman is expected to have a stabilized mind. Then only he can handle the law and order situation in the country. There it lacks. So stabilized mind is needed for an individual who would like to have a good health. Narohitahara vihara sevi samikshagari vishayeshu asakta. Many people are dragging themselves and their family towards overeating, eating extra spices containing food. They are addicted to drugs, tobacco, and different types of so-called health drinks, spoiling the health, and they are dragging themselves to the fake advertisement given in the TV media. Print media is not affecting that much. The children are dragged towards health drinks and so-called fast foods, chicken, mutton, beef, and so-called confectionaries. All these are not natural food. They are artificially flavored and artificial appearance is produced. Narohitahara vihara sevi samikshakali vishayeshu asakta. We are running behind many type of sensual pleasures and pressures. Both correct, pressure and pleasure. And then Vishayesh Dada Satyavarakshamava. We have got the mind to make money, not to give money. Make comfort, not to give comfort. Create happiness by ourselves and not give happiness to others. We expect others will create happiness to us. We expect our children should study well and they should get first rank so that I will become happy. For which I am not bothered how much strain my son or daughter is taking. I want my son and daughter to go to the tuition right from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m. And I want my daughter and son to get a minimum second rank or third rank, so that mentally and physically, directly and indirectly, we are torturing them for our happiness. But the label is that we are doing all these things for their better future. The girls and boys learning music, learning dance, learning variety of cultural items and sports, plus the modern knowledge, plus the tuition. We just see they are not living even for 1 hour with happiness. Yesterday it was Sunday, I was in Calicut. I happened to see early morning. I was walking at 5:30. By 5:30, the road is flooded with students. Calicut road is flooded with students. But remember, yesterday was Sunday. Sunday flooding the students, directly going for tuition classes. So Sunday they are not getting any rest. Saturday no rest. Working day, evening and morning tuition. They are going for the tuition and undergoing the strain for the happiness of the parents. I don't think it is that much happy for the individuals who are undergoing such a terrible strain. So, I want to be happy means you should also be happy. Happiness cannot be one-way traffic. Dada Satyavarakshamava. That individual who would like to be healthy should have a perfect alliance with the truth, the fact and essence of life. Satyavara. He should be truthful, sincere, devoted, dedicated. He should understand the fact of the life. Truthful, factful, and he should know what is meant by the essence of the life. Satyavara means he should know the essence of life, fact of the life, truth of the life. Kshamavan, he should have enough patience. Patience does not mean one should not get angry. Patience does not mean he should be 100% emotionally controlled always. Patience means you can become angry, but come immediately to the normal level. You can have a psychological fear, but for few seconds, but come to the normal. You may be having a fear psychosis. Come to the normal immediately. You may shout at somebody, but don't keep that anger for a long period. Immediately come to the normal level. That is Kshamavan. Aptobasevi cha bhavatya roga. Follow the footsteps of the great people, good people, healthy people, mentally healthy, physically healthy, family-based healthy, socially healthy. Such people are there in the world. You follow them. Mahatma Gandhi was healthy. Dr. C.V. Raman, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our Prime Minister Modi, they are mentally, physically, emotionally, intellectually, they are all healthy. They can face many things. That is Aptobasevi. Follow their good traits. They may be politicians, but take the good from them if you would like to take it. Not individually following, but the quality following. Thus, a healthy mind and healthy body and healthy family, healthy society should be the pathway and goal for every individual. Not only goal setting, but pathway setting is also needed. Because goal is the health. Without a pathway, the goal cannot be attained. Pathway is more important. Going to gymnasium and creating muscles within the shortest period is not goal setting, is not creating health. It is creating and producing muscles, not health. So artificially straining the body and making the body to appear handsome or beautiful. But does not mean it should not be followed. That is also good to a limited extent. So we will be discussing about the health, about the saturated fatty acid, about the proteins, about the pesticides, and also about the lifestyles in the coming days. And many people have requested for that. Many people have sent their questions, queries, not only about the food system, but also the superstitions that we have got affecting the health of the people. So we will be discussing about it. After that, after a few days or weeks only, we will be coming back to our other subjects. Thank you very much. My pranams to you.